When Adele's health improves and she's able to leave Bradford Heights Rehab Center, she'll have to move in with her son since she'll no longer be able to afford her home. There's no question about it. The students much prefer this method of learning using the computers over the more traditional classroom style, and the environmentally conscious students are touting the benefits. Come Saturday, they will shut down this road and it will become the site of the 4th annual Soapbox Derby. One sure sign that things are returning to normal here is that school will be back in session tomorrow at Crofton Elementary. Another way to save energy and to cut down on costs is to run your dishwasher only when it's full. Running it when it's half empty and more often is going to increase your bill. I tried to give blood today, Robin, and unfortunately I started to get a little lightheaded. It didn't work out. Why do you think it didn't work out? Following today's march, participants gathered right back here at Hillcrest Baptist Church for a program to recognize the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That legacy will be hard to escape tomorrow as the country swears in Barack Obama as our 44th president. At Hillcrest Baptist Church, Courtney Baker, Newswatch Hopkinsville. With his head held low, careful to avoid eye contact, Kevin Dunlap entered a room at the Christian County Jail to appear by video in front of a Trigg County judge. On Saturday, Kentucky State Police arrested the 35-year-old at his Hopkinsville home, where they believe they have found evidence that links Dunlap to the crime scene.
Mr. Dunlap was charged about 1:30 this afternoon with 3 counts of capital murder, 1 count of attempted murder, 1 count of rape first degree, 4 counts of capital kidnapping, 1 count of burglary first degree, and 3 counts of tampering with physical evidence.
Yes, sir.
Dunlap is charged with killing sisters 17-year-old Kayla Williams and 14-year-old Courtney Frensley, and their brother, 5-year-old Ethan Frensley. Their mother, Christy Frensley, was wounded but survived.
Due to the mom's condition, it took her some time before we could speak to her, and it obviously, speaking to her, assisted us in this.
Residents of Cox Mill Road, many of whom refuse to speak on camera, say they remain in shock that one of their neighbors may have committed such an atrocious act.
It's very heinous. It's probably one of the most horrific crimes that I've been involved in or heard of in this area.
A preliminary hearing has been set for Friday. At the Christian County Jail, Courtney Baker, Newswatch Hopkinsville. Lines, lines, and more lines. Out-of-town residents swarmed Hopkinsville today in search of gasoline and kerosene.
It's a disaster up there. There's telephone poles snapped all over the roads. Lines are all down.
We're certainly in better shape in some of the counties to the north and to the west. I understand you've got whole cities where they haven't had any electricity since this thing started on Monday.
Cities like Princeton and Madisonville have been without power since the ice storm swept through western Kentucky earlier this week. And no power means no fuel.
You know, if you think about it, if they have no electricity in those counties, even though the service stations might have gas in the ground in an underground tank, they can't pump it out.
While Hopkinsville certainly has had its fair share of power outages, nearby communities like Dawson Springs and Madisonville have had it much worse. And to add insult to injury, many residents from those towns waited up to a half hour in line for gas, only to find the gas had run out. How much gas do you have left, William?
We're out. We're running out about that minute.
Oh, you just run out?
Yes, ma'am.
So what's going to happen to all these people in line?
We'll have to wait.
One lane of Fort Campbell Boulevard turned into a standstill this afternoon as motorists waited to fill up their tanks. Meanwhile, across town, people waited in line for hours at Latham's on North Main Street to get kerosene. How's everything in Dawson Springs right now?
It's unbelievable. It looks like a war zone right through there. Nobody has electricity.
Some Madisonville residents have been told it will be weeks until they have electricity again. Courtney Baker, Newswatch Hopkinsville.